All right, let's take a look at these. Take a look at these bumpers here, and we're going to take these apart. We're going to clean them, and then we are going to prep them, put them in sandblast. Some of it we're just going to hit with a sander, with a polisher, with a wire brush, and get these things all cleaned up, make them look like new again, get them painted. All right, let's take a look over here. Get you guys over here in the sidelines, take a look. All right, guys, let's take a look at how bad these are. A little hot still. Gotta be careful. This is not too bad, huh? Looks pretty good. Except this one's too hot. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh, it's hot. Flip it over. Oh, it's not too bad either. It's just kind of thin. Not really that thin, but look at that one. The bottom of that's rusted out.
Might be able to fix
Yeah,
this.
I think we can fix it though. We're gonna fix it. We'll just put a little piece in there. These are what, 50, 60 bucks for one of those. It's just crazy. I don't know why, but yeah. Then these original brackets were nice versus the reproduction ones aren't quite made the same. Definitely not the same quality. So we still got to take that bolt off, that little 8mm. And let's see right here. These are in pretty good shape. I mean, the bumpers themselves aren't too bad. I'll show you some of the uglies on them though. Let's flip this one over. This rear is actually really good. So it's just heavy pitted, but it's really not that terrible. It's a lot of metal left. Probably still thicker than the aftermarket ones. By a strong margin. The aftermarket ones don't have that kind of thick metal. Let's take a look at this one. This one here is where the weak point is in the front. But it's still not bad. I mean, it's original. These are pointed bumpers. These part is pointed. It doesn't have a slash. And they only made them 2 years. So this part's a little bit thin. That's the issue on this one. And over here, it's thin. So you can see there's a pinhole right there. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, a little closer. How about a little closer? Oh, that close enough for you guys?
A little too close.
No. Anyway, yeah, I got all kinds of options now. We're gonna have some fun with some camera stuff, guys. Only problem is I keep on getting my fingers in the camera, so I've got to get used to using it. So. Sorry about that in the last video. Yeah, look at that. It's roachy. It's totally fixable though. This one's really, these are really not bad. I've gotten way worse. Most of them I usually have to cut pieces out of them and everything. Only got to do that on this. Let's put them in the sandblaster. So that we'll just show. Look at those parts. They're pretty bad. I'm going to tape these off and spray them real quick. I got these all ground down. There. Better. The whole thing. So, I'm just gonna grind these down and put some filler in. And get back in. It's got to sand a little bit more on this one. All right, a little bit about bumpers. Again, these are for a 67, and this is what they call a pointed bumper. And they are 66, 67 only. Not sometimes really easy to find, and then when you need one, they're really, really hard to find. If you want original ones that are like that. So a lot of people go, well, I'll just go to Wolfsburg West, buy brand new bumpers. I'm just going to let you know the ones you get, or if you get them anywhere, they're made by Wolfsburg West usually. And there's a few that aren't, and those are the ones like the stainless steel ones and stuff like that don't really fit the greatest, but they're cool. The ones you get from like Wolfsburg West or that are manufactured by them are a little bit thinner than the original ones. So even if these are rusty, I think they're actually stronger than the ones you get from them. They're kind of, I'd say they're not bad, but they're kind of flimsy. They're not the same. So one of the things I found with with the bumpers you get from them is even the ones you get from them, you still have to do a lot of work to them. I could spend easily a week on a set of bumpers, and you know, I can paint a car, a regular like a Honda Civic, in like 3 days, sand it down, do some body work, paint it. You know, you spend a lot of time on these. So I just want to let you know, don't think you're going to just go and just all of a sudden have these done in a couple hours. There's a lot of work to do, even if they're brand new. Just to sand them, prime them, and paint brand new ones, you know, it does take a lot of time. Another thing people do is they go to have them powder coated. So I'm going to talk to you guys real quick about that option. If you went to powder coating, you think that that's going to solve everything. It's going to make them last forever. And I paint a lot of, I used to paint a lot of wrought iron. I don't do much of it anymore. I paint a lot of wrought iron fences, and people go, oh, I just had it powder coated. And 5 years later, I'd see the stuff peeling off, and people go, well, it's the type of powder coat they use. Well, I don't know. I've researched a lot of different things. And I'm not sure if it's really that, because what I found is the powder coat in the sun tends to crystallize and then separate itself from the metal. And I've seen it a lot of times. I mean, not just a few different people or whatever. It's like almost every time I've seen wrought iron fence like 5 or 10 years old, they separate. I've also seen bumpers on a friend of mine he got them powder coated for his thing, and he had the blue, and they faded really badly. So it isn't a fix-all. It's good because it doesn't chip, okay? And that's the thing that's good about it. But I'm going to tell you how that you can get the same thing with paint. I didn't buy it for this, but Tamco has a clear that's called high impact clear. And if you prepared your surface right and you put their primer on, you use their base coat in their clear, and use that particular clear. I've had guys paint helmets with that and drop the helmet on the ground. A guy dropped it from like 3 feet, and we had to look at it for like forever just to find the little tiny micro scratch that was in it from that stuff. So keep that in mind. If you wanted to do them yourself, if you wanted to have a particular color, if you wanted to do body work on your bumpers, you don't have to go out and get them powder coated to get something that doesn't chip easily. Go to Tamco's website, look up high impact clear. It works. My friend buys it all the time. It works really good, and I have not used it yet. I was thinking about getting some from her, and I was going to do these bumpers, but you know, it's not, I don't know, it's not a big deal for me, and it's just it's a hassle. I'm going to order it. But if you were serious about it and you wanted your bumpers to be really good painted and high impact clear, and you wanted original bumpers, and you didn't want to have to go down and have them powder coated because you still have dents in them, things like that. So, and you want to do body work and get them right yourself or whatever, buy some of that high impact clear from Tamco. You'll be really happy with the results. It works really, really well. It buffs the same. It sprays really nice. It lays down really smooth, and it also resists chipping like you've never seen in your life. And so if you're looking for that, like I said, there's another way to do it. You don't have to get powder coat and deal with the issues that it has, because there's no paint or coating that has no issues. All of them have some. So anyway, with that, I got a lot to do here. I still got all those little parts. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. We'll take a look at them a little bit later when I paint them. I do have some other videos that I want to make right now on other things going on in the bus. So I'm going to have to end this one here. Talk to you in the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe.